What's up guys, how's it going? Welcome to the 5th day of daily vlogs. It is insanely windy out today, and just in a second we're gonna go biking around the neighborhood using the gimbal. I did manage to figure out how to mount it to my chest, to my backpack, which I'll be showing when I do the review, which should be coming out in a couple of days. But the shout out today for supporters on Patreon goes to Chet Harris, thank you very much. Hassan Books, thank you very much. Jeanette Araki, thank you very much. Felix Safkin, thank you very much. And Bob Foyles. Thank you all very, very much. You hear that wind? It's like, psh, and the trees are like flying all over the place. All right, now let's go cruise around using the gimbal. I'm just gonna be on my mountain bike biking and just trying to do just voicing, commentating about what we're doing, where we're going, what's going on and stuff. And I am using the closed case which comes with the removable gimbal because it's so windy out. I don't want to use the skeleton case because I feel the wind will maybe screw up all the audio. Let's hope this works good. All right guys, here we go. Just getting off the main road onto this back road. Alrighty then, hopefully we won't be passing too many cars. Woohoo! Right now, I think the gimbal looks pretty stable. You can see the handlebars from what I think. And let's hope we don't get any flat tires back here. Some ups and downs. Whew. Maybe we'll cruise down to the beach and go check out the beach. Oh my gosh, this seems so much... I think this is much more pleasant to watch than really bumpy chest mount footage. Okay, we'll head down to the beach right now. Whoa, it's really bumpy here. Just ran into a rock. We're all good. Go check out the beach, see how the waves look. I honestly can barely tell that I have something mounted to my backpack. It's like really comfortable. I feel like I could totally forget it was there. Like this is really bumpy. Like I feel myself bouncing around a ton, so this looks stable. That's awesome. Trying to get onto the beach without getting stuck in the soft sand. Trying to get onto the beach. Oh, yes! Made it to the beach without getting stuck. We're gonna go cruise all the way to the other side of the beach and then come in some side passageway. Yeah. Pretty good angle, I think. Good. This gimbal is so awesome because now I can just bike around on an adventure or stuff and I can just have you guys right there the whole time. Be using both of my hands, I'll be able to commentate about what's going on. So cool. Ooh, I'm pooped. I'm out of breath. It's crazy how much like new technology and stuff can bring to a video. I feel like sometimes having shakier footage can be a good thing because it can help like make maybe the footage more dramatic. Like, oh my gosh, it was so shaky at that one spot. But then it's really hard to watch an entire video where like the footage is really shaky. Whew. Here's the gate. So see this gate right here? This gate has actually just been here for ages. There's nothing in the property except for a fairly nice gate, but the gate has just been sitting here. Let's go check out what's inside here. It looks like maybe someone raked up here a bit, like cleaned it up. quick stop off at this little, like, abandoned side property it's the property right inside of that, like, abandoned looking gate. A little water break, because my throat's getting pretty dry. But, I mean, this gimbal, it's crazy, like, I just have it strapped to my backpack, and how stable the footage looks, it's crazy. I didn't know what I was missing out on this whole time that I didn't have a gimbal, but now that I have one, I'm really happy. But I feel it was kind of good that I didn't get one right off the bat when I started my channel, because when I didn't have a gimbal, I had to work really hard to make my footage as stable as possible. So I would be like biking with no hands, holding the camera as stable as I possibly could to get the shot to be as good as it could possibly be. And I feel like because I had so much time of doing that, now that I do have a gimbal, I appreciate it a lot more, because it's almost just like an item that makes filming easier. And instead of me focusing so much on getting the camera so stable, it gives me a chance to focus on other things. All I've got is water bottle, backpack, gimbal, bike, and a whole lot of excitement to just explore around the neighborhood. Whoa, check out that iguana right there. He's just chilling right there. I think that's his home right underneath that tree. But I saw him and I'm like, oh, I gotta grab my camera and try to get a shot of him. Let's see how close we can get. He just vanished into that hole. Whoa, so that iguana, he lives inside of there. This tree that has fallen over, he's made a burrow underneath and turned it into his home. Oh, that's pretty cool. Quick stop off to get a coconut. This, nothing better than a fresh coconut. Next thing we're actually doing today is heading to town to the grocery store to pick up some food. Very important, very important. Just got back from the store with all of our food. Bananas, we got lots of different fruits. This should be good for probably a week or so. As you may know, I don't usually do shout outs, but I would like to give a shout out to a certain YouTuber creator, because he sent me, he contacted me in a very good, correct way. So what he did is he sent me a direct message, a DM, and it was very thorough about like what he would like to do, or like how we could like help each other out and stuff. So that was very cool. And dude, by the way, I'm sorry I wasn't able to get back to you. I've been very busy because I've been getting so many comments and messages and direct messages and stuff that it's hard to keep up with everything. But his channel's name is DK Films, so be sure to check him out. When he sent me the message, we were around the same size, around 20,000 subscribers, but be sure to check him out, and let's get him to 23,000 subscribers. And if you do go and check him out, comment on his latest video, like I came over from to his channel so that he knows. So right on, and I will do like I will showcase YouTube channels in the future. If I see someone is working really hard at their channel and they're uploading frequently and consistently, they didn't like put up one video and then go months and months without putting up anything, then I will showcase channels. But I'm not just gonna give like shout outs to just random anyone, okay? You know, I always talk about like how everyone should find what will work good for them on their channel. So like for me, it's more like a vlog adventure, and what seems to be working for DK Films is doing like challenges and videos like that. So be sure to check them out. Maybe you'll get some inspiration or some ideas on videos to make. And here's a few tips for you if maybe you just started your YouTube channel, or you've had it for a little while and you want to do like collaborations or like do some type of something with other creators. Is it usually, most of the time, it's not going to work out if you just go and spam their comments with, give me a shout out, give me a shout out, it's my birthday, give me a shout out, give me a shout out, because it just doesn't work out. Most of the time, it's not going to work out, and it is very annoying for people if they go in their comments and it's just, give me a shout out, give me a shout out, give me a shout out. Much better way is to tell them what you can do for them in return. So like, how about like, I'll do this for you and you can do this for me, and it's like a win-win because we're helping each other out. And also try contacting like YouTubers or creators that are around the same size or maybe even a little bit bigger. So like if maybe you have 100 subscribers, maybe doing something with someone who has 150 subscribers, or if you have 1,000 subscribers, someone who has 2,000 subscribers. But like, it wouldn't work, it's not gonna work out most of the time if I go to PewDiePie and I'm like, hey PewDiePie, will you give me a shout out? Or Casey Neistat, will you give me a shout out? Because they get that all the time and stuff. But oh yes, I may be doing some type of something with Roman Atwood, but what we did with Roman Atwood is we offered him to come down to Costa Rica and give him like a week-long surf trip, and we'll teach his entire family how to surf. So we weren't just like, hey Roman Atwood, can you give us a shout out? Like we're offering him something really big in return. And that's also another good way to do it, is like, what will you give someone in return for them helping you out? And guys, you shouldn't be like, oh well, my channel isn't growing, well I guess I just have to get a shout out or else my channel won't grow. When I started out, I never asked other YouTubers if I could get a shout out, or I never went and like spammed their comments with like, hey, give me a shout out, give me a shout out. I just focused on improving my videos and just kept uploading, because I knew if I just kept working on it and kept improving my channel, then I would slowly grow a bigger audience. So today's positive quote is, don't think about what can happen in a month, don't think about what can happen in a year. Just focus on the 24 hours in front of you and do what you can to get closer to where you want to be. What this quote means to me is, like, if maybe your goal is to, let's say, put up 300 videos in 1 year. Now if you're like, oh my gosh, 300 videos in 1 year, it can seem like really intimidating, and like that, how am I gonna do that? Like, that seems impossible. But if you just focus on, all right, well, this week I'm only gonna put up maybe 1 or 2 videos, and I'm just gonna focus on those videos. And then maybe the next week you're like, okay, my goal this week is to do 3 videos. And you just focus on the moment, because if you only think about like the entire massive, like the massiveness of everything, like, oh my gosh, 300 videos in 1 year, that's just crazy, and like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna do this? And then you end up never ever putting up anything, then it doesn't end up working out. Another example could be like, maybe your goal is to run a marathon, and you're like, oh my gosh, running that many miles is just crazy, like I could not imagine doing that. Well, good way to start out is like, okay, well, today I'm just gonna run maybe 1 mile, or I'm just gonna run this, and then you just work on that, and then you slowly improve on that, and then before you know it, you are running the marathon, because you just slowly, you started with something, and then you kept on improving from that. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Remember to keep always doing your awesome stuff, and I will see you tomorrow early in the morning. Alright, so I know this video is finished, but there's one last thing I'd like to say. So, as one of my Patreon goals is, if I reached it, I would do some public Google Hangouts for anyone to join. Well, I'll be doing a couple of them public, and the first one is going to be this Sunday, and I will give a 1 hour like heads up in the comments of this video. So 1 hour before I start it, in the comments of this video, I'll say, starting in 1 hour, be sure to check it out. Alright, and there is some type of lunar eclipse going on tonight at some time, so I'm going to have multiple cameras rolling. One camera filming just a time-lapse of the duration of the moon, of the duration of its battery, and then I'm going to have the other lens, which is, let me show you, I'll have the other lens right here, which looks like a full-on telescope. I'll be trying to get some shots of the moon. Right now it looks horrible, but once I get the cameras to the right settings, it'll look pretty cool. So I'm just going to wrap this video up with whatever good footage I get from the moon.